the telling blow. The insignia of McPherson throughout this fight.
In the first 2 rounds, Holt was doing what he wanted. There, he got nailed. You saw his lower lip actually quiver. He's in big trouble.
Right hand of McPherson did it. Here it is again. He's tagging in with a little left jab and setting up the right.
McPherson can finish him off right now.
Mark McPherson looking for the KO. He only has 6 in 19 bouts. Only fought twice all of last year. And he won 1 and lost 1, no KO. But this is a different Mark McPherson tonight.
It certainly is. McPherson's last KO came in November of 1982 when he stopped Larry Holland in the 3rd round. So it's been about 3.5 years since he knocked the man out. And right now, it looks like he'll get his first since that time.
McPherson wants to stay on a busy, steady schedule. He says that's the key to becoming a champ, and I really have to agree with him somewhat. You can't fight once in a blue moon. And he certainly looks like he's a worker.
Well, the man comes from, as you pointed out, an athletic family. One brother a professional football player, the other a college football star. And some people tell me this may be the best athlete among all the McPherson boys.
What about the concept of being trained by your father? Do you think it's a deterrent? Do you think it's a positive thing?
History shows that fathers, while they might be good trainers, overall in the whole boxing picture do not make good managers and so forth. They should sit in the 3rd row ringside. I'll give them a 1st row seat.
"30 seconds.
There are cases where it works, but more often than not, it doesn't.
Round number 8. Mark McPherson has fought a very steady, very solid fight. His right hand has been explosive. His left hand has been consistent. Holt snuck in the left there. 8 rounds complete. Scheduled for 10. Arthur Anthony Holt, who was a big KO artist at the beginning of his career, in danger of being KO'd himself.
Well, he started this round, walked right to the middle of the ring, and landed a straight right hand on the chin of McPherson. Woke him up, surprised him.
As a pro, he won his first 11 fights at Holt, had 9 KOs in his first 10 fights, and all within the first 3 rounds.
That doesn't really help a fighter develop. Classic case is former heavyweight contender Ernie Shavers, who was drilling everybody to sleep in his first 20 or 30 fights. He never developed, didn't get the stamina he needed.
Well, I guess the only answer is you've got to do it all the time, so you're not tested that full 10, 12, 15, whatever it might be.
Now, what you saw at the beginning of this round with Anthony Holt landing that big right hand, that's the reason Mark McPherson didn't try to take Holt out last round when he had him hurt with that right hand. He knows that Holt still is a dangerous fighter. How many times have you seen one guy get hurt only to go to the ropes and then launch a big shot? Mike Weaver did it against Carl the Truth Williams.
Well, we talked about it before the fight. McPherson moving from 154 to 160. He said he was drained going into his last couple of fights. And now he's up to 6 pounds. He says, I've gotten stronger. I know what I'm doing. It's not a guessing game. And that's very evident here. He seems more comfortable.
Yes, he does. A lot looser, stronger, stamina's there. These guys have fought at a blistering pace. There have been hardly any clinches. Has there been a referee tonight?
No, that's what's so good about it.
Referee is out of the picture because there's very few clinches. These guys are using their legs, but they're not using the 20 feet of ring they have. They're standing in front of each other right on the Madison Square Garden and letting go.
.45 seconds to go in the 9th. Holt, when he does hit with the jab, is reaching for the area right underneath the eye where McPherson is showing a big right mark. Swelling, but just in one little area. look into the eyes of McPherson, the deep set stare, the concentration so evident. Professional boxing is coming to you from Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum. May 1st, Thursday night, of course. Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum, 10 rounds, junior featherweights. And the main event, Carmelo Negron against Louis Espinoza.
This one is bombs away from the opening bell. Come on out here, say hello to Bruce and myself, and watch some real action.
And what about the 10-round welterweight, Pedro Viella, Lloyd Peavy?
That's another one that's plenty of action. That one is going to be a real good fight. VA are trying to get back in the welterweight ratings.
And on May 15th, guess who? Mark Breland comes to town.
The heralded Mark Breland, the Olympic welterweight champion, goes for another victory. You just saw him recently destroy the only man ever to beat him, Darrell Anthony, and he'll take on tough Felipe Montellano.
In final round.
And then 2 former Golden Glove champs.
10th and final round. Middleweights, Anthony Holt in the blue trunks, and Mark McPherson in the white trunks with the black trim. And it's been McPherson's fight since the 3rd round. Classical fight by McPherson. Holt has taken a lot of punches, still in there, still working, still absorbing punches.
McPherson at 6'1", just about an inch taller than Anthony Holt, and you can see the difference in his, because he's got a little bit longer reach, the speed is a little bit greater. From the outside, Holt falls short so many times. Nice right to the body, an uppercut by Holt to the pit of the stomach. That's where those slant board lessons, those hours just up, down on that slant board, pay in. Nice right.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, he just crumbled. It was a delayed reaction shot that landed on the cheek, it looked like, with the right hand. That had been coming for many rounds.
What a shot by McPherson.
How could you knock the chin of Holt? I mean, I think that shot would have dropped anybody.
McPherson looking to finish it. Strong right hand, and it's over. Around 1:35 of the 10th round.
Somewhere right around there, there was still plenty of time remaining. This time, unlike in round number 6, McPherson was not going to let his man get away.
Mark McPherson recording his 7th KO. And it was a case of wearing the opponent down throughout the fight, scoring with the left jab, connecting with the right, and finally, he put his man down.
Well, the round was about a minute old, and a clubbing right hand on the cheek drops Anthony Holt, rolled over, he got up, the legs were really not under him anymore. McPherson knows it, sets him up, and drops another right hand on him. His legs give out one more time, and one more time he tried to get up, but the referee told him to take a shower.
And here's the end of the fight.
And then that final clubbing right hand, and there's plenty of steam behind it, behind the man who just moved up in this fight to a middleweight, Mark McPherson.
And it appears to be a pretty good move.
Looks a lot more comfortable. You had been pointing out how comfortable he looks. No question about it.
Here's Ed Darian, ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Fred Yusi stops this bout at 1 minute and 21 seconds of the 10th round, and a winner by a TKO, Mark River McPherson. McPherson. And how about a nice round of applause for Anthony Holt? Let's hear it for him. Maestro, please.
So Anthony Holt, who took a great deal of punches, and that chin was very, very tough, finally went down in the 10th. Emil Griffith congratulating McPherson, who has to be extremely pleased tonight as he improves to 18-2.